Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play AC Milan in Football Manager 2018. And it's time for what's probably the biggest game we have played this far into the save. It's the Champions League, it's the first knockout round, and we're up against PSG. I mean, why make it easy for yourself? Why get a lower tier team? Well, why don't get like a weaker team? But no, we want to do it for real in this save. To do it for real is, of course, PSG. And I don't even need to tell you about PSG. They have world-class players in every position. Then they've actually signed for this season. Of course, they brought in Mbappe, but he was loaned out to them last season. Got Seri as a free transfer, really good player. And they signed, where is he? There. Casemiro from Real Madrid, and he's probably one of the best defensive midfielders in the game. So, yeah, a very good and strong Real Madrid side got even stronger. The only interesting thing is actually they are not topping the league. They are behind Olympique Marseille. That's, well, kind of surprising, because considering the team PSG have, of course, they should be winning the league every season. Good news for us is, I think Silva, I think I got some news that he wasn't going to be available for this game. He looks like he's match fit, so maybe he's suspended or something. Or maybe that news was wrong. Let's see here. Where are you, Silva? I'm blind. It looks like he's available. Weird, because I got the news like in the press conference. They asked me about him, like it said, oh, he won't be available for that game, but clearly looks like he is available, so I'm not sure what's up with that. And of course, Mr. Neymar. Pretty good stats. So, for this episode, I see two options, because we are starting off against them at home. And for this to be like any like slim chance of us going through, we need to get a good result at home. We need to win, and we probably need to win with a few goals. So the plan for this episode is, if the first game goes decently, we are going to have a 2-game episode where we're going to go watch both of these games. But of course, if we get destroyed at home and loses to like 3 goals or something like that, I don't think it's going to be necessary for us to see the away game, because then we know how this story will end even before it happens. But I mean, we are starting off at home at San Siro. It should be our fortress, and if there's any place in the world where we can actually beat PSG, it should be at home. It really should. So let's see here. Yes, Silva is playing. I have no idea when they asked me during the press conference about him being out for this game. Really weird. Maybe he had an injury that, like, 1 day or 2 after, like, also for the day. I'm not sure. Something is weird. They asked me about it. But yeah, look at this. Cavani on top, you have Neymar, you have Mbappe, you have Verratti. This is just ridiculous when you look at this team. Like, some of the best players in the world in basically every position. But I mean, we are AC Milan, we are no joke. We have some quality players of our own. I mean, we have Fellaini, the man, the myth, the legend. And Fellaini, maybe he can kick Neymar, so Neymar gets injured or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, like this, I think maybe we should go even passionate, should we? I think this could be time to go passionate. And it looked like it worked pretty well. Pretty well here. So yeah, let's start the game and see what happens. And it's raining here at San Siro. And I'm not sure if that's good or bad news for us. We need to get a good result here, though. And we are focusing on attack, because we need to win this game. Like, if it doesn't win this game, I really can't see us traveling to PSG and then beating them away. That's going to be so tough, especially if you're going to need some, like, save the margin or score, like, 3 goals. Look at this, though. They are really focusing their attack in the middle. So I think I'm glad that we're currently playing with defensive midfield that are a little bit to counter that crazy pressure they are putting on in the middle. It's a penalty! It's a penalty! It's a penalty! This could be the dream start, but unfortunately, Berardi's not on the pitch, and Berardi's by far our strongest penalty taker. I'm not sure of the skill level of Kalinic, I don't think he's worthless. I think he's decent, but he's nowhere near Berardi's like 18 or 19. Oh my god, he missed! He missed! He missed! Oh, let's take a look at what's his penalty taking skill. Oh my god. Penalties. Actually, 16. He's increased that recently, so he's pretty good. But that was not good enough. It wasn't the Berardi, because Berardi's even stronger. And we missed. If there's like one game of the season where we really can't afford to miss things like that, it's of course a Champions League game versus PSG and the knockout rounds, and here is Cavani, and he's not going to miss. But that was a decent save by Donnarumma. But my god, can you imagine if we find ourselves in a situation where that penalty would decide if we go through to the next round or not? That's... oh, here's Neymar. And that's might be an offside. Yeah. No? Yes, it is an offside. It is an offside. Okay. Okay. Neymar actually looks like he picked up something, because he's really, like, look at his condition here. Maybe, just hopefully have to sub him early. But that missed penalty, I mean, it could cost us daily. Like, so much. Lads needs to know here. We are not pleased. Time to step it up here in the second one. And come on, Rodriguez. You can't be stressed out, mate. You can't be. You need to calm down. Well, now he seems confused and demotivated. So I'm not sure if my team talk was the best. But look at that. Kalinic, after the missed penalty, down to 6.3 rating. It's so bad, it should be illegal. Oh my god, guys. Like, if you're gonna pick one game of the season when you're gonna miss penalties and get a 6.3 rating, make sure you don't select that Champions League knockout game versus PSG. Definitely the last game. Here's Abate, can he get into the box? Yes, he can! And, well, that was a small chance for Kalinic to redeem himself, but that header wasn't strong enough to give Areola in the PSG goal much trouble. Now the clock is just ticking on. Not much going on here. I mean, we are trying to attack. Actually, what we are going to do, let's wait a little bit longer. They are subbing Cavani, bring in Maria. I mean, man, oh my god, it's an injury, and it's Bonucci, our captain, fantastic. He's out. That's very, very bad news for us. And clearly made a mistake, because I don't have any central defenders on the bench. I went with fullbacks. Oh my god, how do we solve this the best way? Definitely a mistake by me. I usually bring in a central defender, but for this one I went with a fullback on the bench. So I guess we could bring Rodriguez into the middle. He can handle it. So let's move you over here, and then like that. And then we can bring in Conte. He prefers to be on the left side. I'm going to see who can handle the left side best of Conte and Abate. Yeah, kind of similar level of garbage in this position. Well, what can we do? Maybe like that. Like that. Oh my god, this is so bad. Why, oh why? But we need to win this one. We're going to bring Fellaini up, higher up in the pitch. And we're also going to see, I think we can make one more sub. Who is, I mean, Soso 6.3, and it's really, he's about to die. I mean, Soso's been kind of the best player in our team this whole season. I'm not sure why he's lately, like the last 3 games, he's playing struggling. Time to bring Berardi in. Replace Soso, and maybe if we get another penalty, Berardi can handle it better. But the clock is ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking. Nothing at all is happening. And we need to replace Kalinic. I mean, such a bad game. Silva, hopefully you can do better. We have 10 minutes here, and we desperately need a goal. We are attacking. We are playing a bit more attacking formation. The clock is just ticking and ticking and ticking away. And we might find ourselves, oh, here is PSG, yes, before the full-time whistle, Mbappe. And, oh my god, Di Maria. Come on, guys, we can intercept it. We can turn it around. Virati. Intercept again, but Verratti wins it back, and that pass, that's Di Maria, and that's the goal, and that's some really bad news. Just before full time here also. I feel like one goal, I mean, it's going to be really, really, really difficult to win away, but it's not game over. They're going to be huge favorites, but we still like, there is a slim chance because I mean, if you manage to score away, that could be enough. But most likely we will get humiliated. And that's a full-time whistle. And of course we need to tell the lads we're going to go aggressive. We are not pleased. And then let's move ahead to the second leg. And here we are for the second leg. As you can see, they have decided to bench both Cavani and Silva. They started last game for this one. But still such a quality team with Neymar, Di Maria and Mbappe on top. I mean, look at the bench. A bench with Silva, Draxler, Cavani, Seri, Daniel Alves. I mean, it's just a joke. But since since the first leg, we have played 3 games, and the first one we managed to beat Sampdoria at home. And when we played that game, Sampdoria was basically in the middle of the table, a little bit higher than the middle. But since after we beat them, they played more games and won, and they are currently actually up all the way up to 3rd place now. But that wasn't the case when we were up against them. After that, we only managed to get a draw away versus Frosinone, even though they are on a relegation spot. And then the third and last game we played before this one was a crazy game at home versus Udinese. Fellaini got sent off already in the first half, but the game ended with a 4-2 win to us. And the first half was just, I think it was 1-0 or 1-1. But yeah, then everything turned around and it became a 4-2 crazy game with only 10 players on the pitch. And unfortunately, Piaka picked up an injury after scoring 2 goals himself. But yeah, he picked up an injury and is out for 1 month. And also, as you might remember, Bonucci got injured during the first leg, and he got a 1 month injury. He's almost back in business, but he's still injured for this one. And another thing that happened is the board, as always, decided to reduce the transfer revenue that I get to keep if I sell somebody down to 35%. I feel like that's been a story of this save. Us being poor and the board deciding we're not going to get any money. I still feel like it's going to change around now that we paid off the loan. I think like when we get money from the Champions League, we get prize money from the league and so on, we should be doing pretty okay financial. And I think this will be the last season when this happens, because I mean, we are making a profit this season. I think it's going to be only get bigger with prize monies and so on. So yeah, hopefully it will change for the second one. And talking about this game, this was a really quick first half. Nothing at all happened, and it's goalless, a very boring one. And yeah, a bit surprising, because I thought we were going to be struggling. But we are going to bring Bigley up a bit higher into the pitch here for the second one, because we need to score a goal. I mean, they can just play on the result. I don't think it's like PSG style to play on the result, but we desperately need a goal here. And as long as PSG is not scoring and not creating anything, I mean, the dream is alive. And that must be a card. It looks really ugly, but I guess not. And here is the free kick. Also with the free kick into the box. Clear by the defense. Biglia picks it up. What will he do? All the way back for Conte. And that was a weak pass, but he wins it back. Kessie back to Rodriguez. And another bad pass. What's up with our fullbacks? Please stop him. Please stop him. Please stop him. And that could definitely be game set match, because this means we need to score 2 goals. But yeah, such a bad pass. And remember that we saw something similar from Conte just before that one. Conte managed to win it back. Rodriguez didn't manage to win it back, and Mbappe scores. And yeah, that's definitely not what we want. Let's look at statistics here. I mean, we are creating chances. They have had 7 shots. We have had 4, but we have managed to hit the target twice. They only once. But we need to score 2 goals now, and that won't be easy at all. I think we're going to go with like this. It's definitely not Locatelli's favorite position, but we're going to do that and probably do a sub later on. Maybe get somebody that's a little bit more familiar with that position. But still, of course, also crazy attacking, playing a formation like this makes us very vulnerable in the back. And here's Mbappe again. Why are you standing there, guys? Do you want him to score? Like in some situation, at least like just like pick up a yellow card and give them a free kick, rather than have him go like straight through a team and get a crazy good chance. Neymar, intercepted by Conte. Can we turn it around with a counter attack, perhaps? Oh, that was another very dangerous pass by Conte. Actually, I'm going to tell Conte I want him to ease off tackles, because we see some red cards lately, and that would definitely kill every chance we have to turn this around. But we need to get a goal soon if we're going to have enough time here. The clock is just ticking and ticking and ticking. Nothing goals happening. It's also with a free kick into the box. And look at this! Look at this! Romagnoli, he definitely doesn't score very often. Actually, he has had quite an injury during the second half of the season, and he's just back. He's been playing like 2 games or something like that since that injury. But look at that goal! The volley from Romagnoli, and it is alive. It is alive. We need to go to the tactics now. Now we need to think. First off, let's see who's having a really shitty day at work. 6.10 Rodriguez. I mean, I can understand that, but still, he's not a player that we can change around and expect a huge difference in the game. Because I mean, a fullback changing that one shouldn't have a huge impact. I'm gonna bring Sosa into the middle, focusing it on attack. Then we can bring in Berardi on the right flank. Berardi was sensational in the last game, that Udinese game. I think he got like 2 assists and like 3 key passes and a 9 something rating. So hopefully he can bring that form into this one. Actually, I might have been making a mistake there. Let's see. What I actually want to do is do some serious thinking here. What I actually want to do, I think I'm gonna go with the Biglia instead. I think we should. So let's undo that one. Bring Biglia out instead. This will be a little bit more of an offensive sub. Biglia is a little bit more defense-minded player. So let's go with it like that. And then let's see who else. Do you want to sub somebody else? When it gives Sosa some time in the middle here, maybe he can start to form a little bit stronger then. Let's see, is anybody really tired perhaps? Well, Biglia. Probably going to go with Barrios instead of him pretty soon if nothing changes. But let's try this out for a few minutes. See what happens. Here's PSV with a corner. Or maybe not. Clock is ticking. And ticking. And ticking. PSV with a throw in. Mbappe. Come on guys, win it back. Oh my, it's going to be a penalty. Take a look at, we need a replay of that one. Take a look at this. That's completely unnecessary. Look at this cross. This is the guy who gets a penalty, and that one, there's no way. Like, he would need a ladder, a really high ladder, to have any chance of reaching this ball. And probably like even a ladder wouldn't be enough. And look at that. We gives away a penalty in a Champions League knockout round with 15 minutes left of the game. My God, that's devastating. It's completely unnecessary. And now we need to pray that Donnarumma are going to make a miracle here, because they need to save this penalty from Neymar. Let's see what happens here. Neymar steps up. And that means we need to score 2 goals now in 15 minutes away versus PSG to have any chance of turning this one around. But yeah, that penalty, I don't understand it. It's So stupid. Like, who would ever pick up a penalty like that? Doesn't make sense. Completely unnecessary. And yeah, very frustrating. Let's make our last subs here. But yeah, 15 minutes to create a miracle. Of course, we are gonna go overloading. We have nothing to lose here. We will try to speed things up. Come on, guys. I mean, we are creating a decent amount of chances. Not as many as PSG, but we are definitely creating a decent amount of chances here. But this will probably be the full-time whistle, and that's it. We are officially knocked out of the Champions League, and I need to say, of course I'm disappointed, because as long as you're in the Champions League, we are hoping... Oh my god, that team talk, I completely failed. Let's see if we can do anything else to change this around. But yeah, as long as you are in the Champions League, of course, you are hoping that you will be able to turn things around. But still, looking back at the Champions League seasons, we managed to go through a very, very hard group and basically managed to change it around like in the last minute. And then, this round versus PSV isn't that bad. I mean, we got to, looking at the paper, PSG has one of the best teams in the world. And we managed to get a draw at home. And we missed a penalty at home. So we were really, really close to winning against them at home. And then for the away game, it should have been a draw. If we wouldn't have picked up a completely unnecessary penalty, it would have been a draw. Which means basically over 2 games, we were really, really close to PSV, basically almost matching them. And I think that's good news for the future, because we have a very young team. A lot of our players, I mean, take a look at our squad here. There's so many of these guys that are between like 19 and 24. So even if we don't sign any new players, our squad will get stronger each season. And I think this is good news for the future. Yes, I am disappointed, but for the future... Next season, Champions League, we're not going to get knocked out in the first knockout round. We are going to go further, definitely. But yeah, this has been a long episode with 2 games. So let's just take a look at schedule so you can see the results we played before. Next game will probably be against Novara, because they are having a pretty good season. Right now they are in 8th place, but they've been on a Champions League spot most of the season. And if you take a look at the points here, they have 43 points. So if they win this one, they could be in 5th place, only 1 point from a Champions League spot. So don't get fooled by the position. There's so very few points difference here. You can change with blink on an eye. But yeah, enough talking. That's it for this episode. A bit disappointed, but still it shows me some faith for next season. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.